In March 2026, the quiet hills of Meghalaya were suddenly gripped by a wave of violence that left the nation watching in shock. In the West Garo Hills district, specifically the Chibinang area, a long-standing debate over identity and political rights exploded into a deadly conflict. 2 lives were lost, a curfew was imposed, and the Indian Army was called in to conduct a flag march. But to understand why this happened, we have to look past the headlines and into a controversial rule that changed the face of local elections. The spark that lit this fire was a notification issued on February 17, 2026 by the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council, or the GHADC.
This council is one
of 3 tribal bodies in Meghalaya under the 6th schedule.
This council is one of 3 tribal bodies in Meghalaya created under the 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution to protect indigenous customs and land. However, this new rule was a radical shift. It stated that from now on, only individuals possessing a scheduled tribe or ST certificate could contest the council elections scheduled for April 10th.
However, this new rule was a radical shift. It stated that from now on, only individuals possessing a scheduled tribe.
This meant that the non-tribal population, which includes a significant number of Bengali-speaking Muslims who have lived in the plains of the Garo Hills for generations, was suddenly barred from running for office. Out of the 30 seats in the council, at least 5 are located in what is known as the non-tribal belt. For decades, these communities had participated in the democratic process. Now, they were being told they no longer had a seat at the table. The tension reached a breaking point on Monday, March 9th. Former legislator S.G. Esmatur Mominin, a prominent voice for the non-tribal community, traveled to the district headquarters in Tura to submit his nomination papers. He argued that the new rule was unconstitutional. While at the office, he and another person were allegedly assaulted. News of this assault traveled fast. By the time the sun set, Chibinang was in chaos. Angry mobs took to the streets, shops were vandalized, and buildings, including an office of the Garo Students' Union, were set on fire. As tribal and non-tribal groups clashed, the police were forced to intervene. In the struggle to restore order, 2 people were killed. Fearing a total breakdown of law and order, the district administration acted swiftly. Mobile internet was cut off for 48 hours, and strict restrictions on movement were enforced under Section 163 of the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita. Why is this council so important that people are willing to die for it? To understand the Garo perspective, you have to understand the 6th schedule. For years, Garo pressure groups have demanded that the council be a tribal-only body. They argue that the GHADC was created specifically to protect the Garo people's land and culture from outside influence. To them, allowing non-tribals to legislate on tribal matters defeats the very purpose of the council's existence. On the other side, the non-tribal residents feel they are being treated as second-class citizens. They argue that the 1951 rules governing these elections allow any permanent resident on the voter list to contest. They see the new notification not as a protective measure, but as a violation of their fundamental right to represent their own local constituencies. As of mid-March 2026, the situation remains a delicate standoff. While the Meghalaya High Court eventually stepped in to question the legality of the notification, the scars of the Chibinang violence remain. The government has deployed paramilitary forces and the CRPF to maintain a fragile peace. This conflict isn't just about a single election. It is a clash between 2 powerful ideas: the constitutional protection of indigenous identity versus the democratic rights of a diverse population living in a shared land. As Meghalaya moves forward, the challenge will be finding a way to honor the spirit of the Sixth Schedule without tearing the social fabric of the state apart.